Hi, everybody, and welcome to our chat today. I have with me Praveen from the US, Navina from New Zealand, and Rima from Canada.
Hi.
So, warm welcome to all of you. And I do hope that you will like what we say and join one of us from our pages. So, why is it important to have a side hustle today? Why is everybody looking also for a plan B? A side hustle today is the new day job in Australia. Last year, there were so many articles about this and why. I'd like to start with Praveen, who will introduce himself and also tell us what his experience has been about this.
Thank you, Nandini. Hello, everyone. This is Praveen Joseph. I'm currently residing in USA. Prior to this, I was in Australia for almost 12 years. I'm originally from India. By profession, I'm an engineer and I also run this online business as a side hustle. So, coming to Nandini's question, so why this side hustle? So, let me share my experience. So, in my 15 plus years of experience as an engineer, I was laid off three times. I was made redundant three times. So all the three times, I'm sure it's not because of my performance, because I was outstanding in my performance, but still I was made redundant because someone on top of me have to achieve their targets and goals. So that situation was really difficult when you have like younger kids and then you'll be undergoing a lot of depression. So even if I change my job, it's again a corporate environment and you could laid off easily. So I was looking like, okay, the side hustle could be the best option, but I don't know what to do and where to start. But that's how the thought of side hustle came to my mind. Another thing was I was really sick of people saying that I cannot afford it. So we need to live within our boundaries. So we need to know our limits and don't aim or don't dream for bigger things. So all those things I grew up listening to these words and I hate saying the same thing to my kids and my family. So instead of saying that I cannot afford it, I say to my kids like, how can I afford it? So I want to teach them in that way, and that's how I thought, okay, running a full-time job will help me to live a decent life, but the side hustle will help me to afford anything that my family and my kids want. And another thing, the third reason, the side hustle is mainly because last like few weeks ago I was in Walmart in US and I saw like very older man, like probably like in his 70s. He's really tired and but he's working in Walmart. So I don't want to push myself in that kind of situation where I need to work till the age of 70. So if I have a side hustle, then it will help me to close off all my debts, of all my mortgage loans and everything faster, and then it will give me some time to enjoy my life, time for myself to go and travel, explore, and spend time with my family and friends in different countries. So all these things put together made me to decide that side hustle is a must. On top of that, we all know that the evolution of AI is killing a lot of jobs, and yeah, so side hustle that will fit into our schedule is like a blessing. So that what I'm experiencing right now, because this business option is fitting into my schedule and it is flexible, it is legitimate, and we have a training platform, doesn't have to worry about any work experience or anything in this field because I start from scratch. So all this thing made a sense that side hustle can rescue me from my any situation. So if you are struggling in any situation and if you don't know where to start and what to do, obviously we are here to help. Thank you,
Yes.
Nandini.
That was lovely, Praveen. I just love the way Praveen puts um, his points across. It's always so interesting, and it's just such a pleasure to have him as part of my team. And
Thank you.
yes, he's so right about this that, it takes away the pressure, it takes away the tension, it takes away, oh my God, how am I going to put food on my table next week? Frankly, because we all want to run our kitchen and we all want to give the best to our children and also to create a good future for ourselves. Many people can't do that. And when you have a side hustle, all these things do become easier. That has been my experience, and that is what I've seen in my team as well. And then I love the point about AI, Praveen. And a friend of mine in this business, he said, the best way not to let AI replace you is to learn how to use AI, is to learn how to make AI work for you instead of making letting AI replace you in your work. So yeah, so that's what another thing we've learned in this business. So if you want to learn more about it, just hop on to one of our pages and we'll show you exactly what we did. So next, Navina, who lives in New Zealand, she has two lovely children. I would like to ask her what her experience has been of this topic, why it's important to have a side hustle. And I'd also like to welcome Dr. Sujata Mukherjee, who has joined us right now.
Hello.
So, Navina, can we go with you, dear?
Okay. Thank you, Nandini. Hi, I'm Navina. I'm mom of two beautiful girls, and I'm living in New Zealand. Originally from Tamil Nadu, India. And side hustles are very important nowadays because we people thinking like side hustle means extra financial support, better future, and more freedom. But I had a real life experience and I want to share with you people now. Around 2 years ago, I was in India for the birth of my second child. My husband worked in New Zealand, and he arrived just one day before my delivery. And unfortunately, as soon as he arrived there, he lost his job because of recession and company layoff. At that time, he was the only source of income for our family. Suddenly, we are facing a lot of uncertainty, especially with a newborn baby. We had also already applied for our residence visa, but that was still in progress. So we didn't know what our future was going to look like that. That experience was a real turning point for me. It was the spark that made me realize that a 9 to 5 job can be a temporary, and depending on just one income can put us in a place of fear and uncertainty about our financial future. I started thinking, what if something like this happens again? How can I create another option for my family? Like so many questions in my mind. Then, when I decided to start this business, I got all the answers for my questions in my mind. I wanted to build something of my own alongside our regular income. I want to help my husband as well. He is in very stressful and very pressurized environment. So I want to leave him, and I want to relieve him from his own pressure and all, so that we could have another source of support and more choices for our future. So my husband and I decided that we no longer wanted to depend on only on 9 to 5 job. We wanted to be our own boss, and we have own time schedule, and we need our flexibility over time. So we started this business together, and he will also be a part of it in future. That's one of the biggest reason I believe having a side hustle is so important nowadays. Thank you, Nandini.
That was lovely, Navina. Yeah, it's so true. When you lose your job, you are devastated. During
Yeah.
COVID, I had a wonderful contract where I was acting at that time, and I was like signed up for 3 years for this really good show called Broken but Beautiful with one of the top stars of the silver screen in India, Siddharth. And then he had a heart attack and left us. Besides being devastated about losing such a precious and a wonderful person in my life, because he was really a great human being, I lost my job as well as an actor, and I just couldn't get another one. My work as a coach was also like more pro bono than a paid thing, and I just could not get a job anywhere. So to me, this is so close to my heart that I found a side hustle like this, which is now like a full-time job for me, and it's changed my life completely. So thank you so much, Navina. That kind of uh, triggered that incident in my life. So next we have Dr. Sujata Mukherjee, who lives in Calcutta with two wonderful sons and her lovely husband. I say lovely because they are really a lovely family. Okay, Dr. Sujata, unmute yourself and tell us about your experience of why it's important to have a side hustle.
Thank you, Nandini. You're so kind, and you always speak so beautiful words. No, it touches the heart. Well, yes, this topic was very important for me because this is the reason why I joined the business. Right? Uh, See, I'm a doctor. I'm in a very good, well-paid service, no doubt. But the problem is I have seen my father when I was very young, my father suddenly lost his job because he was a very true person and somebody just, accused him of something and he just resigned. So these changes can occur in any moment, in any time in your life. And then we were left in a pond. So, and that's why I always wanted a good income that I can support my whole family and my whole family does not get, does not be in a trouble in any time. And then when I became a doctor, I was sure that okay, fine, it's good. Then I went and then I joined a government service. Now here we are private practices is not allowed. So the thing is that, and so much pressure is coming on our head. Sometimes I feel so exhausted that I think of quitting the job also because I'm not able to look after my kids as I should look. And then my ailing parents are there. My father-in-law is also 86. My mama is 76. Both are bedridden. They are there. So sometimes I used to feel, choked. Uh, then and we all know that a passive income of source should be there. So I was looking forward for some passive source of income, and then this business came into my life, which showed me that you can do it from anywhere, typical anywhere, anytime you want. There is no time, and then it's so it's so close to the heart. It's just what I wanted, and so that I can make a parallel source of income which will give me flexibility, and within few years I, if I want, I can quit my job also and be full time in it, and I can give quality time to my family, which is most important to me because I lost my father at very early age. And I have very less memories with my father. He stayed with me for very less time because he was always working outside. So I don't want that to happen to my kids. I want to see them grow. I want to see their every milestone, sitting beside them, doing my business from anytime, anywhere. That's my story. That's my reason of. That's why I say everybody should have a side hustle so that you are not choked.
Yes, Sujata, you said brings tears to my eyes. Because for any mother to spend time with her children is everything. And for any daughter not to have enough time with her father or her mother is really tragic. You know, I really felt your pain when you talked about your father. And Navina, anytime your children come near you, please bring them into the video. That's the
Yeah, sure.
That's the beauty of working from home. When you work
Yeah.
from your
Yes.
kids are allowed to come onto your lap as you're doing a video like this. That's what we want you to see, the audience. That you can be any age, you can have any experience. And this is something that's comfortable for you and for your family, you know? So yeah, that's why another reason why a side hustle is so important. And next I have the lovely Rima, who's from Canada. And Rima's story again really touches the heart. She was a medical worker and then she had a very terrible accident. And she had to give it up, but she had the courage and the strength to rise up and she became a retailer, maybe not her first choice, but she also joined this digital business. So through her hardships, she decided that she was going to rise like a phoenix and do something to change her life. So over to you, Rima.
Uh, Thank you, Nandini, first of all. And hello, everyone. Namaskar from my side. I'm Rima. I'm from Canada. I'm originally from India. I'm a health professional by profession. And I left my job and moved to Canada 11 years ago. And now, currently, I'm working in retail. And also, I'm running a digital business from my home. I can say from the comfort of my kitchen. So, as Nandini Dee mentioned that these are the actually three reasons why I started this business. The stories goes like this. First is I'm an immigrant, and the challenges. My life is full of challenges. At every step of my life, I have faced one challenge. So this are the one of the major challenges. An immigrant. And like me, many are there who are facing the immigrant challenges. That immigrant challenge didn't allow me to first continue with my career, because I came with that dream that when I'll come to Canada, I'll pursue my PhD degree and I'll go back to India again, and I will be there. I will be working again for Government of India. But that didn't happen. The dream becomes stopped there. And then when I overcome that challenge, it was a very sudden, because accidents are always sudden. And I somehow I survived. Today I am sitting in front of you. It's a miracle actually. I just somehow survived. It was a very major serious accident that I faced, and I lost almost one part of my body. And then it took me more than 2 years of time to recover. Not 100%, but I can say 80-90% I have recovered. And that also I managed and I overcome that. And it's all grace, all divine grace. Nothing is in my hand. And then I couldn't continue. The post trauma effect, post accident effect is such, I couldn't continue with my career. And I thought, okay, I have to do something, and I engaged myself to join retail, and I joined retail. And in between that, what came is the COVID, the global pandemic. So these three things, they are the major hindrance for my like my challenge. So then I worked in retail. And when I worked in retail, it is all good. But what I found out is that even though in the beginning I didn't go for financial independence, actually, I went for that job for some engagement. But the COVID's post COVID effect is such that the cost of living in Canada becomes so high. I think everyone will agree to me with that the cost of living in Canada, it becomes so high that even with two income also, it is not sufficient these days. I think Prabin will definitely agree to me, because we are on the neighbor country. So, but the thing is that, so I thought, okay, and in retail, I didn't find that. In retail, not only me, everyone will face this challenge, that the financial growth graph is very, very slow. So what I observed is that neither financial growth is happening, nor nor my health is getting any benefit. And by that time, my son is growing. He is in the teenage. People used to look after their children mostly when they are young. But I'm more conscious about that one. Like, teenage is a very vital and tender age where we really need to focus on our children. So that was my major concern. So I was like, I started losing my child. I started losing the moments with my child. And then I thought that, okay, I need time also. So both things were missing. And then I started looking if I can do some online work. I never thought that anytime I'll go for a business, no background, nothing. I am a very different person by nature. So then I started looking for some online job, and then I come across this through an ad, and one of my friend, I come across this online business. I was having lots of doubt, I was, what is this? What? How can I do it? And all this stuff. But then I just ask myself, there is an inner call from inside. Actually, it has come like every, there used to be lots of reviews these days is online scams and all these things. I said that it's okay, I can start anyway. If many things I can face, this is also another chance. Let's take a chance. And I took that chance. Why? Because it didn't ask me for experience, it didn't ask me for any business background. These are all the major two things it didn't ask me, and that's why. And another thing is that it gave me the hope that I will be getting all the digital marketing training, and at the same time I'll get a big team support. And that actually triggers me, because oh, I'll be having a mentor and a coach and a team, so they will be always, I'll always be surrounded with that. So these things, I thought, okay, I'll definitely join this business, and I started this as a part-time work. I'll tell you one of my major experience. It's been almost 2 years now I am doing this business. In between these 2 years periods of time, last year what happened, where I was working, uh, uh, our company got closed, and we all lost our job. There was no job. And then one thing I found within myself, that just observe myself, oh, I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed, because I have my plan B that is become converted to my plan A, because I am building something that will really secure my future. So that time I really give it my, I mean, like, gratitude to God, that it is that path. Now again I got another job, but this is something that that will not give me bread and butter. Job will give you bread and butter, but actually if you really have to have wealth, then this business will give you that wealth. The
Yes.
wealth of peace, the wealth of money, the wealth of time, and what else I can add. These are all the three major things this business will give you. So if you all are listening to our stories and our experiences, so whoever are watching us, if you are really looking for a side hustle, because side hustle for me is no longer it's not a part time, it's not a time pass anymore, it's not a interest anymore, it is a necessity. It is a necessity now that we need to have a part-time side hustle. So part-time business, maybe it is a business job, whatever you say, but this is something that will really give you lots of happiness. You can see all the smiling faces when we are talking, and we all are working, and we all came after the work, and we are still sitting here. For me it is now night 10:30, and for others we are in different time zones, but we all are together, and we are running this business so successfully, so wonderfully. So for me, this side hustle is the best. So if you all want to join, come, and as Nandini said, come hop up our pace and check it out. Thank you.
Thanks, Rima. Yeah, so here we are. Hi. So here we are, and that's Naveena's little baby. And so, yeah, thank you so much. You've heard everybody's stories. The main thing I think about this business has been the way it touches your heart and you blossom into the best version of yourself. Yes, there's that financial part as well, but that inner blossoming that we have got here out of knowing each other and supporting each other and being there for each other has been the most tremendous growth I think that we've all had in this side hustle. So do join us. You will be looked after here very closely. in our hearts. You'll be held by all of us, and there are many more of our team. So thank you, everybody, and bye. We'll be back with more for sure. See you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.